the greatest start right there. So I was making my favorite stop in Elizabethtown, Illinois before hitting the Ohio River. And a gentleman in there is like, "Hey, are you Kapper?" I was hoping he wasn't a bill collector, but it was all good. I think he was from Ameren. He had an Ameren truck out there. So his name is Ed. Shout out to Ed. Thanks for saying hi. Sounds like he's got a John Deere tractor and some other equipment. And I said, "Well, they're all good, man." I said, "We're having fun, so thanks for saying hi, Ed." So today, I'm headed over to Kentucky. Curtis is going to meet me there, and we're going to try and knock out a bunch of plots all at once. I got the Coyote in tow with the new tiller on it. We'll see what happens. Keep an eye on that so that pin don't come off, so just go slow. That pin is broken. I forgot about that last year. So, did you hear how Curtis's Polaris quit and he had to restart it? This is the beginning of a long, nightmarish day where pretty much every single thing that could go wrong did go wrong. So, let's start on the journey and see how today went, and thanks for joining us. Okay, we are finally. It took about a 4-hour process, it seems like, just to get here and get started. We're headed up. I got Curtis behind me. See if I can get a picture of Curtis there. He's got the cultipacker, seeder. I got the bucket loaded. We got fertilizer and seed, and we're gonna give it a run. All right, we finally made it to the top of the hill with all the gear. What are we gonna do here, Curtis?
Man, we're getting ready to get it started. We're on the Kapper's Kentucky farm. We got, what, about 4 or 5 plots to do here?
Yeah, I think 5 we got maybe.
We got 5, so we're getting ready to get started. We just got all the equipment back here. So we'll be planting some brassicas, which is some turnip and radish mix that I made up for him. And also we're going to get a 4-grain winter mix. Also with all the 4 main, winter grains, the wheat, oats, triticale, and winter rye grain.
Yep, there you go.
So we got our setup. We got the cultipacker to firm up the seed bed. We got the seed spreader, and he's got his the orange monster back behind me here. Getting ready to get to it.
It's time to roll. Here is field number 1. Let's get going, baby. Okay, so the first thing, no really big deal, but my tractor needed to do a regen. Sometimes these could take up to 30 minutes. And I've had a lot of discussions with guys. Believe me, all tractors starting in 19 or 20 are going to have to do this. That's, I think, over 70 horsepower. But no big deal, it just needs to do a regen. We'll just wait and go check some trail cams and get this stuff done. There goes Curtis. So this is how our day is going in Kentucky. First, the Coyote engine light came on again. So there's a glitch in that. So I ran the regen, took a while, and cleared the engine light. So then I started tilling with the brand new Rhino. It just didn't seem right. The tractor would kind of bog a little. I'm like, man, it's got way more than enough horsepower. And then all of a sudden the clutch started slipping, smoking. Nice day for a walk. Well, the other half of this is Curtis's Polaris is quitting. He's got a wiring issue, so that's down right now. The tiller's down. So anyways, I called Rhino and they told me you're supposed to adjust the clutch when it comes. I said, wait a minute, what do you mean? She's like, to make sure it spins. I'm like, that's if it's sitting on the lot for a long time. And she looked up the serial number and I said, it's brand new. I said, you mean to tell me it doesn't come adjusted? And she tried to backpedal it a little bit. So anyways, now it won't spin. The clutch is smoking. We checked the fluids, and we're all good in there. So we're going to try and go down and get some tools all the way back at the house. Of course, I might be towing Curtis back because his thing keeps quitting on him. That's why I'm walking back to the first food plot. We didn't even get one going. So I'm going to try and adjust the clutch, tighten them down a little bit. I have a sneaking feeling that's probably not the problem with my luck and Curtis's luck too. So this may be the vlog for the day right here. Just we took all the time and hauled everything over here and everything's just quitting. But that's just keeping it real. We'll see what else happens. Beautiful walk though. See, I triage my food plots. I was just telling Curtis this. I go to the very most important ones first. And I go backwards. Because in case you break down, you might get 1 or 2 or 3 done. Well, in this case, we didn't get any done. The tiller, I'm not sure about the tiller. It could just be the clutch was too loose, but the thing is brand new. It should not come needing adjustment. So we dropped the cultipacker here. Curtis was ready to start seeding. I mean, he was loading up his seeder to come behind me. I got, 3 or 4 strips tilled, and then that's when the clutch started going. And there ain't nothing bad about this ground. This is perfect tilling ground right here. Piece of cake. So let's get in the tractor and head back down. Alright, so took the tractor down to the camp, tightened all the clutch bolts. They did seem a little loose. Snugged them all down and it seems to be working fine now. It is a 7-footer, although I should be able to go a little faster, I think, but I gotta slow down one gear and then it's, making powder, nice and moist powder, but we're gonna get back after it and see what happens. Curtis wasn't running that great, so he's putting on his big seeder right now on the back of the Polaris, and this is kind of an L plot here in the middle. So I got it just about all tilled up, and I'm going to move through the woods up to another one way up on the north end of the property. So at least we're starting to make some progress. So now the cord on his seeder is about 1 foot short, so he can't use my Polaris, the new one. So he's got to go all the way back down, grab his again. That's been kind of quitting and coming on and off because that cord for the big seeder don't fit. Boy, one thing after the next today, that's for sure, but I'm heading through the woods here to take a shortcut. Pretty back in the woods anyways. Oh jeez. These trails need to be thinned out. Oh, there's that steep one again. Put it in 4-wheel drive. Oof! Ah! Oh! Oh, that's a steep one. Let's give you an idea right there. Pop a wheelie, let's go. Alright, next stop. Should have tried tried putting that bucket up a little sooner, man. We took some hefty branches. Hopefully the antenna's still out there. The radio still works, so I think it is. Alright, finally rolling into the next spot here. This is where I shot my buck last year. Out of this tower right up here on the left.